come back. All right, right now, think of your most important relationship. Did you picture yourself? According to Oakland-based life coach Amy Ahlers, that's the key. She says while our self-relationship is most vital, we're not doing so hot, especially women. We often compare our worst to everyone else's best. Amy says it's time for some inner spring cleaning on our big fat foundational lies, which she explains in Big Fat Lies Women Tell Themselves. Amy Ahlers, welcome.
Thank you.
First of all, do the men get off easy here? Or don't they ever have any of these problems?
Men lie to themselves. Believe me, I've been coaching for the last 12 years, and I've coached a lot of men, and men do lie to themselves. They just lie to themselves about different things.
They think they do look good.
They do. Actually, I recently had a study, was shown a study where women were looking at body image and were to choose which one most represented them. Women chose 2 to 3 sizes higher. Men, 2 to 3 sizes more in shape than they were. So I think we all have a little distorted image there to work on.
Okay. And you, like my last guest, she was here on Super Sunday talking about controlling what you're eating and thinking about it. You're here at the height of here's the award season in the middle of it. And here are all these starlets walking down the red carpet, which is, let's say, 50% of the show for a lot of us.
Right.
And you're walking and you're seeing, and they're going, oh, you're so thin, they're so gorgeous, they're so perfect, they're so, and it's one award show after another.
Yeah.
And, culminating with the Oscars, where at this point, hand me the chips. Oh, back to that.
I know, exactly. Well, I think it's so interesting. I always love the Cindy Crawford quote, even I don't look like Cindy Crawford. I mean, think of the team that gets every single person ready for those award shows, from the person that picked the perfect dress, to the tape, to the makeup, to the hair, to the suction, I mean, you name it, right?
Yeah.
So for us to be comparing ourselves to the movie stars is just a waste of time and energy.
We don't think about that. We just, take Angelina Jolie's picture and stick it, or Halle Berry, right on my refrigerator there, and think, well, that'll do it, I mean, maybe. I don't know.
I was like, how's that working for you?
No, it doesn't. I don't do that.
I wouldn't recommend that.
I'm more realistic than that. Okay. Don't we have to kind of rationalize things a little bit, though? Don't some of these lies get us through some of the challenges and the rough patches of life?
Well, what I'm really talking about when I say big fat lies is the addictive negative thoughts. Science has shown us that we think about 60,000 thoughts per day, and that the vast majority of those thoughts are negative. And not only that, that they're the same thoughts that we had the day before and the week before and the years before. So these are really repetitious negative thoughts.
Also, you're at a bad time, too, I would think, promoting this. I mean, maybe it's the ideal time, really, but there's a lot of people out of work. People have lost jobs. They have lost homes. Some through their own fault, a lot of it not through their own fault, but they're thinking, it's me, I'm a failure. This one's working and I'm not. This one's got a house and I don't. I think it's really important for us to start nurturing a loving and compassionate relationship with ourselves. Actually, the 3-step process. Go ahead.
So no matter what's going on in your life right now, here's what I recommend. And those of you watching at home, I actually recommend doing this right here and now. Why not?
Go ahead.
Right? Try it. Okay, so the first step is to ask, something negative is happening in your life, whether it's the weight, like what we just heard about, or it's you're losing your house, or you lost your job, whatever it is. The first step is to say, what is my inner critic saying? What is my inner critic saying? Now, this is a little bit odd because people say, I don't want to think those negative thoughts, Amy. But here's the deal. They're there anyway. And what we resist persists. You've heard it before. So bring that inner critic out of the shadows and into the light so it can be healed.
Okay, so if I say I've lost my job because I just wasn't brilliant enough to keep it.
Yeah, I'm a failure. I lost my job because I'm an idiot. We really do go there, right, internally. Let the inner critic beat you up for a minute. And then step 2, after your inner critic has ranted, is to close your eyes, take a deep breath and ask, what does my inner wisdom know? What does my inner wisdom know? And what you'll find is that is your voice of truth. So it might say something like, wow, 25% of the job force actually lost their job that day.
What if your inner wisdom, does everyone's inner wisdom kick in on that step?
They do, only if they do step 1. So you have to resist the temptation to not let your inner critic speak first.
And step 1 has to be the truth.
Step one is really about getting the lies.
Truth, but the truth about the lie.
Exactly. So you're getting the lies out in the light, and then all of a sudden there comes your beautiful inner wisdom with the truth. And I want to be clear here. Our inner wisdom will also deliver wake-up call truths. That's what I like to call them. The tough love truths. So it's not just you're amazing, you're fabulous, although we'd love it when our inner wisdom says that, but it can also be put the cookie down, honey. You're not actually hungry.
Or could it be that after the first one, the second one was, yeah, but you know, the boss found me playing solitaire on my computer
That's right.
for 8 days and I didn't
need to
stop.
pay attention to this. That's exactly
So
right.
I was the most expendable on the list.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's
so
right.
that might be the truth.
That
it might not be the truth.
absolutely be the truth, but the difference is your inner wisdom is going to deliver it with compassion. Like, hey, there's something here for you to work on.
All right.
Yeah.
What's step 3?
Step 3 is a neuro-linguistic programming technique to anchor it all in, to repeat back your inner wisdom's truth while doing a physical gesture. So for me, I tap on my heart. I have another client that kind of looks up towards the sky, whatever it is for you, and repeat back out loud that inner wisdom's truth. So it might be, gosh, you know, I actually really am doing a good job. Whatever it is for you, and that will help you start anchoring and building that new neural pathway in your brain.
In the beginning of this, I said something I took right from your material, and it was that a lot of us, women in particular, tend to do things. I mean, we know the lies, body image and all this, and the things we've just talked about, but we also said that we take our worst and compare it to everyone's best.
Oh, yeah.
That rings true, and it resonates, and I hate that, but it does.
Absolutely.
Why?
Well, you know, the why, does it really matter why we're doing it? I mean, I think that why, we can spend years on the why. Here's what I'm interested in and why I have 59 big fat lies in the book, and every single one has a coaching challenge exercise. I'm not interested in the why. I'm interested in, let's change it. Let's actually change that habit. And so comparing our worst to everyone else's best, or comparing our best to everyone else's worst, same lie. It's like Vegas, the comparison game. You're going to lose no matter which side you're on.
All right.
Yeah, we need to put a stop to that.
And if I use your book, I can do this myself?
Oh, absolutely. There's 59 tools in there, baby.
Okay. How long does it take?
Well, you know, it's great because you can look at the table of contents, people tell me, and they just flip open to the lie that's really eating them up.
Yeah, the one that you go to is usually the one that's the one. Okay, so that's right there. Take the table of contents, the one your eye goes to and you stay with, and that's the one you turn to. There you go.
That's
all right. It's called Big Fat Lies Women Tell Themselves. Amy Ahlers, thank you so much for being here. Interesting. Interesting. Well, I hope you all feel coached. We leave you now with the Michael Tilson Thomas and the San Francisco Symphony. They perform year-round at Davie Symphony Hall. I'm Susan Sikora. Thanks for watching.